Hello everyone, it is finally time for another video, and today we're going to be doing my Kindle Unlimited TBR. So the past few months I've been in a pretty bad ebook reading slump. And I have never ever heard anyone say this before. I've been enjoying physical reading really a lot, and audiobooks have also been a little bit of a challenge. And just ebooks are the one that I've neglected the most, and I love every single reading format. And my preferred ideal reading life is to have all three of them in perfect balance. And that's obviously never gonna entirely happen, but I feel like ebooks are generally the easiest to read when you're on the go, when you're a little bit busy, especially because I have them mainly on my phone. I do have a Kindle as well, but I have not been using that very much, which I also should honestly work on. Let's just jump into the Kindle Unlimited TBR because I want to motivate myself to read more of the ebooks, and obviously I pay for this service and I don't like not having it. So I haven't wanted to cancel it, but I'm also not making the most of it, and I think that should change. So if you have Kindle Unlimited, let me know what books you have on there, and let's just jump straight in. So I have a little mixture of things. Yeah. So I have Spookily Yours by Jennifer Chipman, which I've had on my TBR, I think from last fall, and I never got around to it. And it is a paranormal romance where I'm pretty sure the hero is basically like a cat demon. So he is like a shifter, you know, turns human. It's supposed to be really cozy and fun, steamy, you know, quick to read. It's like 200 pages. I think it'll have the perfect like Halloween vibes and just be really easy to digest. And I think I really obviously need to start my breaking out of the reading slump through the books that are really like fast-paced or easy to process. And I think this will definitely give me that. So I'm excited for that, and the cover is super cute. So the next one that I have is I Accidentally Summoned a Demon Boyfriend by Jessica Cage. And this one, I definitely added this to my TBR for the cover because it's gorgeous. But this should be another paranormal romance, kind of like a monster romance. And obviously the heroine accidentally summons a demon boyfriend. There's a line on Goodreads that says that she has a brooding demon who she needs to sever the magical bond with if she ever wants to live a normal life again. And I have not read anything from this author before, and I want to fix that. The next book is actually a fantasy romance, which is Forged by Magic by Jenna Wolfhart. I've talked about this before. I have been wanting to read it for 1,000 years, and at this point there's at least 2 more books in this series out, and I think they're all on Kindle Unlimited. And so if I love this, I will have more books to devour, and I have been wanting to read more fantasy romance for years at this point, but I've just been kind of like worried that none of them would meet my expectations. But this one I think is like around 300 pages. I think it's gonna be a fast-paced, fun, adventurous read, and I think there's a high chance I'm gonna enjoy it based on what I've heard about it. And the premise is kind of like enemies to lovers. The heroine is sent to this island to I don't know if it's like kill some people or something like that, and the people there don't trust her because they don't trust strangers, and so they do expect that, you know, she's there to hurt them, and I don't know if she will get like imprisoned or something, but things go on from there. That is all that I know, and I do have to say I will not be going into the premise of the books too much in this video, because first of all, I'm terrible at knowing the synopses or describing them before I read the books. Second of all, I have 20 books saved on there because that is the limit that you can have, and so we have a lot to talk about. Then I have Let Me In by R.M. Virtues. I have also talked about this before, and actually now that I think about it, I do have that on my Kindle Unlimited, but the first one that I have, the previous book actually in the series is Keep Me Close by R.M. Virtues, which I bought the ebook, so I don't have it on Kindle Unlimited, but it is on Kindle Unlimited, so I will just briefly mention both, I guess. So Keep Me Close is an Aphrodite and Hephaestus, I'm sorry if I completely said that wrong, romance. And the third one, I actually don't know what the couple is in there. Okay, so the third one is Dionysus and Athena. So I am so ready for Keep Me Close because I love Aphrodite. She's probably my favorite Greek goddess. And I love RM Virtues. I've been wanting to finish this series ever since I read Drag Me Up, the first one, and I know I'm gonna have the best time, and I don't know what I'm still waiting for. So, will be read. I highly also recommend this as a series to read in the fall and beyond, because obviously we're kind of nearing, like, I guess not the end of fall, but for me, like, I will be transitioning into Christmas very fast, and so, you know, but I think this series has incredible writing, trans representation, and characters of color, and it is super fun, and it is kind of like paranormal, but not. Like, it is like contemporary sort of, but it feels paranormal, and obviously inspired by all the Greek myths. I'm recommending it obviously based on the first book, but I think I'm gonna love the others just as much, if not more, because again, I cannot wait to read a book about Aphrodite, because I feel like I actually, now that I think about it, I think there's a chance I haven't read a book that has her as the main character. Like, I've read Greek mythology before, so of course, like, she's, you know, like, appeared in there and whatever, but never as the main character, so I need to fix that. And I think the last fantasy adjacent book that I have is Value and Visions by Ali Williams, and this is, I'm pretty sure, a novella. It is, yes, 120 pages, and I do really want to read more novellas. As I mentioned, obviously novellas are the perfect way to get out of a slump, and also it is the thing that I actually used to read the most on Kindle Unlimited. And recently, this past year, I've been just really bad at finding more, because, like, I used to read every single novella that I found immediately, and so it's kind of gotten a little bit challenging to find new recommendations, but I'm sure that, like, there's been so much that came out since then that I have not read. So please, if you have any romance novella recommendations, let me know. But this one is like a fantasy romance, and it's sapphic, and also actually has like some god divine elements. I love fantasy books about gods, and I need to read them all. So, you know, whether it's fantasy or paranormal or whatever, I am there. So very excited, and I definitely have not read a lot, or if any, sapphic books inspired by any kind of like mythology or, you know. The next book I have is one that I just randomly found yesterday, I think, and it looks amazing. Bad at Love by Tara Pammy, and I'm gonna read you what got my attention from her Instagram, you know, like a few tropes, which is friends to lovers, sign me up, only one bed, hero and heroine in the 40s, dirty talking cinnamon roll hero, and slow burn to hot blaze. So that sounds absolutely amazing. It also says single mom, older heroine, and so much pining, and I think it's gonna be super fun. And there's other books in this series, and the author has got a lot of books in general, so if I love this, I will also have so much more to read, and I'm super excited. So yes, okay. And then I have Madam by Sarah Kate, which I have been wanting to read for about a billion years. And ever since then, like, you know, it's had a cover change, even though, like, I still prefer the older covers so much more. I don't really like the trend of, like, the, like, one object on the cover. It does not please my artistic visions. And so, yeah, but anyways, this is a polyamorous FFM romance. And I think this has the potential to be one of my favorites out of the series, and I have loved all of them. I always literally devoured them, like read them so fast, no matter how long it was. Like this is, I think, like 480 pages, and I think I've been avoiding it because I'm like, oh my gosh, that's so long, but like, I think I'm gonna read it super fast anyway, so I need to get over it. I think it's gonna be super fun. I'm very excited because the heroine in this is like one of the like bosses in this club, and we've seen her throughout the series, and you know, she just seems super cool, and I want to read her story, you know, so I need to fucking do that. Speaking of polyamorous books, I also have A Lady, Her Lord, and Their Duke by Nicola Davidson. So this is also a novella, and I love Nicola Davidson. She writes super fun, addicting, steamy historical romances, and a lot of them are actually polyamorous, so if you would like to read something like that, definitely check out her backlist. And most of her books are also on Kindle Unlimited, and so yeah, and this one just recently came out, and I think it's gonna be super fun. So that's that. Then I want to read Played by Naima Simone, which is a hockey romance, And it also has the audiobook on there. So there are some titles that have the ebook and audiobook on Kindle Unlimited, and it is always the best thing ever. And because you can basically like you can switch between them, you can do both at once, and it is absolutely amazing. And I don't exactly know how it works, like what books have that, but this one does. And so I think I'm gonna listen to the audiobook, and I don't really know anything about it, and I think I'll keep it that way. Because Naima Simone is already an author that I really love, and I haven't read one of her books in a while, so we're gonna fix that. The next book is The Wingman by Stephanie Archer, which is, I think, the author's most recent book. I read The Fake Out by her. It is right here on my shelf, and I'm not gonna take it out because it's under, you know, all of that, and I just realized you can't even see that beautiful cover, so there, fixed it. Okay. Yeah, so I read that book and it was super addicting, super fun, and it's a sports romance. I know that it's been a giant trend and maybe some people are sick of it at this point, but I'm not. And I do want to read other things. I do want other things to come out. However, I feel like I still have not gotten my fill of reading the sports romances. Like, I see them everywhere, and I've read a few, but I have not read that many, and so I think this is gonna be super fun. And the main reason I'm so excited for this is it is Best Friends to Lovers. And I feel like I have not read like a delicious, perfect Best Friends to Lovers in too long. And I also want to fix that. So it says that it's a shy girl versus confident, popular guy. And roommates! Oh my god, I forgot about that. Okay, I think I literally saw that it's Best Friends to Lovers and roommates. And I immediately was like, I need it now. And guess what? I did not read it immediately. So that is unbelievable. The next book is Homebound by Meredith Trapp. And this, I think, first of all, I love this cover. It is surfing cowboy, you know, desert, like gorgeous, such a satisfying color scheme. And that is enough to get me to read a book. But I have been really enjoying the cowboy trend, and at the same time though, I have not read it by that many authors, and so it'd be fun to finally, you know, have a new author to read. And I'll also read you some tropes. So obviously cowgirl romance, so I guess she is the cowgirl, so that's fun. First proximity, black cat, golden retriever, single dad, ooh, childhood friends to lovers, it's always been you, and no third act breakup. So that sounds amazing. I have forgotten all of that, and I definitely want to read it soon. I just always do this, you know, like I add everything to my TBR or to the Kindle Unlimited, save it there, and then it just kind of sits there because I forget what it's about, and then if it's a new to me author, then, you know, I don't like know what to expect because I don't know what it's about anymore, and I just need to like refresh my memory a little bit more often, I think. Also, I hope the lighting is okay because it is getting dark now. Can't wait for the fucking winter, you know, like the time just changed yesterday. But anyway, so yeah, I definitely want to read that very soon. The next book is Dukes and Deeks by Tori Jean, and this one is a super cute cover as well. It gives me all the autumnal vibes. The first time that I saw it, I thought it was a historical romance, so it is not. It is contemporary. But I don't know. It looks super cute. I've heard great things about this author, and she does write books with endometriosis representation a lot. I think like all of them or most of them, which is really great. I do want to read more books with like chronic illness representation and all of that, and I think it's also going to be a wonderful romance. And so we have, oh my god, okay, I just see healing together, which is like one of my favorite things in the world. So love that. Grumpy and Sunshine, hell yeah. Sworn off relationships, friends to lovers, first proximity, hockey player, caretaking, and lived experience endo, and brother's best friend. So this looks amazing, and I will also be reading this soon. Then I have a Wild Pitch by Kat Giraldo, and I do want to read this for a very exciting video. And so I don't know anything about it, and I don't want to know anything about it, but it is a sports romance recommended by one of my absolute favorite authors, and I don't need to know more because that is enough to get me to read it. So then I have another cowboy romance, which is Rope Me In by Kayla Gross, and I have loved her books before. I've read most of them actually, and so this is another cowboy romance, and I loved the first one in the series, and so I was also super excited to read it immediately, and I didn't read it immediately, so I need to get on that. Then I have Smut by Karina Halley. There was this whole fucking drama on book Twitter about this cover, and I immediately saved the book because I thought it was ridiculous, and I love this cover, and I think it's gonna be a super fun, lighthearted romance. And I don't remember, someone described it, like one of my favorite authors described it in a way that just made it sound really fun and really great. That it's like about, you know, books and romance and the meaning of it, and it's just super fun, and I don't know, it sounds great. And I have enjoyed Karina Halley's books before, and I just want to read this, so that will be happening. Then I want to read The Fake Dating War by Suk Kaur, and this one I have one of my friends posted about this author a lot on Instagram, and this is an office romance. And I did say a while ago that I desperately need to read more office romances, and I have not really found that many, so please, I'm once again begging, if you have any recommendations, let me know. But hopefully I'm gonna love this, because again, I'm desperate for good, not toxic, and super fun office romances. And so hopefully this is gonna give me that. The next book is A Love Beyond Stars by Jennifer Chipman. And this one is basically like a Star Trek inspired romance. The heroine is like one of the, I forgot the name, one of the people on the ship, and the guy is the captain, and so it's kind of like a forbidden romance, age gap situation, and I just think it's a super fun idea. I love the thought of reading something that has those like fun Star Trek sci-fi vibes, and mainly focused on the romance as well. Like, it's obviously, it is not something I have ever read, you know, anything like that before. And so I think it'll be really fun and interesting, and I am excited. That's this one, and I have 2 more books, and then I'll finally shut up. 3 more, actually. So, The Enforcer by Avery Keeland, yet another, you know, like hockey romance. I don't know anything about this one, but I will just let that surprise me, because I can't be bothered looking that up right now. Then the next one is To the People Who Sing Out Loud to Their Favorite Song No Matter Where They Are. Hell yeah. And I definitely heard someone on BookTube talk about this, and that it was just super fun, and that is enough to get me to read a book, which is hilarious, because this is why I don't generally like to do TBR videos, because obviously it's not gonna be enough for you to hear that and be like, oh yeah, like someone she watches on BookTube recommended it, so surely it's a book that I should be picking up. But that is how my brain works, and I hate reading synopses. I know people generally don't, or not generally, but a lot of people recently especially don't like, you know, all the whole trope situation, and they want to know the plot, but I'm like, the tropes are the easiest way to get the first idea of the story. And of course there's gonna be more than the tropes, but it's like, it gives you the vibe and idea, you know, of what it could be, and then you can learn more as you read the book. You know, that is how I work, at least. And last but not least, I want to read Flights and Feelings by Nicole Falls. This is another novella, actually, and I have really loved Nicole Falls books before. They're so easy to read, super fun and addicting, like steamy romances, and so I think it will be another easy book to read in my little slump. And that is all, thank God, because I am out of breath and I am ready to wrap things up. So, yeah, again, you know, I hope you got some, you know, suggestions of what you could read on Kindle Unlimited. And please let me know what, like, recommendation videos you would like to see from me, because I want to make more of them, and I have been super stuck in what I want to talk about. And if you made it this far, leave, like, the, like, phone emoji down below, or just anything that, like, could, you know, look like ebook reading. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. Have a great day, and I'm gonna see you soon in another video. Bye!